of the most liquid assets that you can have. It's actually more liquid than stocks.
And here's one that we've been getting a lot, especially from newcomers, and that is this. Who's going to buy my gold and silver when I go to sell it? So someday we will be exiting the industry. We will be selling a large portion of our gold and silver, but who's going to buy it?
Peace, blessings, and respect, fam. I want to talk to you today about what you can actually do with your physical gold and silver when things hit the fan. Historically, in the past, there's been people that took their gold and their silver and they traded it for things that they needed, whether it was medicine, whether it was some form of weaponry, self-defense. There's even been people who took their metals and traded them for actual homes. So I'm going to share a couple clips with you on that, and just check it out. Think about it. As I always tell you, don't take my word for it. Let's see what the experts have to say.
If the dollar's creating, if real estate's rolled over, gold and silver may be one of the very few assets that's performing well. This has happened many times in the past. We saw lines outside of dealers at the peak in 1980, in 2011. From 2009 to 2011, we saw a huge rush in demand. We saw a rush in demand here back in March. So there were many, many more buyers than there were sellers, and that will happen again as history has shown.
Like I said, everything is waves and cycles, and the great news is that the greatest wealth is created in the shortest period of time when we're going back through these crises. The first phase of any bull market is sort of a stealth phase where it's quiet accumulation. Then the second phase is usually the longest duration and the greatest growth. And then the final third phase is a blow off top where the market just goes vertical. You remember the NASDAQ in the last 3 months of 1999. It just went vertical, and the public, everybody rushed into it. And they all got slaughtered. The herd always comes rushing in at the end, and they always get slaughtered. And that's the time you want to sell. You don't want to hold on to gold and silver forever. You want to hold on to it until a median price single family home costs less than 40 ounces of gold or less than 500 ounces of silver. And then you want to trade your gold and silver for real estate, cash flow real estate.
It started in New York, drift downwards, and then wow, that's not even a rubber band, folks. That's a rocket right there. So rocketed up quite a bit, and now we're sitting at that 2340 level. Let me do a quick refresh here.
Talking about setting aside somewhere between $8,000 and $9,000 today to be able to buy trade that straight over for a single family median price home in the United States, which peaked at about $228,000, and now it's falling probably about $200,000 or $195,000 today. I haven't checked, but it's Realtors Association data. You can go to their website and get the data. But if gold goes where I think it's going, and silver goes to the 10-1 valuation, which is entirely possible, it could be that just a couple hundred ounces, like 200 ounces of silver, buys a single family median price home. So, each 100 ounces is only $1,500-$1,600. So you're talking about sometimes when I say these things, I can't believe I'm saying them.
Because if we're in a real crisis and people aren't trusting the dollar, you could actually go into somebody selling their home with a case or a couple cases of silver eagles or tubes of gold eagles, and you have to monetize it by putting a price on it. They're selling their home for so many dollars, and so for tax reporting purposes, you have to declare the value. But it's okay for you to actually purchase a home with gold or silver. And there was Butler's mentor, Ziggy Freeman, I think his name was, actually did this. In 1980, he bought a house with silver and really did very, very well.
Would you rather have paper or gold?
Of the most liquid assets that you can have. It's actually more liquid than stocks at certain periods of time.